All of us.
Okay.
All. We are abandoning the next company. So if we are going to show him that you guys are remaining here.
Then no. Okay, Chen.
Yes.
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. And you, how are you doing? Is it recording already?
It is actually already recording.
Okay.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Thank you, my son.
I just want to let you know that I appreciate you as my mother, and thank you for life and for supporting me, us, through this journey of life.
Thank you.
I turned 36 years old today. It's not today, sorry, this year. Yeah, I could see your face like no, but today is not your birthday.
I don't remember giving birth in May. No.
Not in the cold.
No.
Okay. So I wanted us to do this exercise for my YouTube station.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
And I have a few questions that I want us to go through. I'll be asking them.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, but you must also feel free to ask me a question if you want.
I will do that, certainly.
Okay.
Especially if I see that you have asked me, you have put me in a corner.
Okay.
Okay.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Don't be intimidated.
Okay.
I think I want to start off by congratulating you also on a total of 21 months of carrying. 9 months for Tauna, your firstborn. 9 months for me, your secondborn.
That's 18.
Another 9 for Shumi, your lastborn.
No, how does it become
9,
21?
It's actually 27.
It's not 21.
Yeah.
Our maths was wrong.
So you carried for over, numbers wise, it's over 2 years.
Yes. Almost approaching 3.
No, I gotta take my hat off to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think like there's a lot of questions that a lot of people maybe wait until it's too late or never really get to ask their parents. So I'm glad that I have the opportunity. We're both still here, alive and well.
Amen.
And we're documenting it, meaning we're immortalizing this moment. You know? Yeah, so I want to get to know you better, and you as a mother, my mother in particular, So these questions are prepared for the purpose of enlightening maybe even both of us.
Okay.
All right. My first question is, what is one of your favorite memories from when I was a child?
Oh my goodness, there are lots. You're flooding my mind with many lovely memories. I can't articulate. I can't give you this.
One.
But one. Well, the best memory is the day that you were born.
Good one.
The very day that you were born. And that was in Shishawane Special private hospital. And they brought the baby. I won't bother you with the other details. They just brought this baby wrapped nicely. They put the baby in my arms. I look at this baby, so beautiful. Yeah, that was the height of my memory. That is the height.
And you always say I was born with facial hair.
Yes, you didn't have facial hair as such, but you had an outline of what you would look
with facial
hair. And it's exactly how you look now. So it's like God gave me a preview of this man will look like this, which was very good.
And you were looking forward to that. It's like, I want to see this.
And when your beard was developing, I was like, no, not yet. It's not yet complete. The lines have not yet joined.
This is not the final. This is not the picture I saw.
The vision I saw. The vision I saw is that the hairs shall join everywhere.
Yeah, but they still haven't joined. That's why I cut them, because they don't join.
No, but I've seen them join.
But I believe you. If you say it's going to join one day, you saw it. I'm just going to hold on. Okay, I have another one. What has been the most rewarding part of being a mother?
Oh, motherhood is just awesome. It's you know what? When you are not a mother,
I think you might have to put the mic closer.
When you are not, I don't want to feel like I'm preaching. That's why I'm putting it far away.
By the way, you have that speciality as well. You have that offering.
So when you are not a mother, you won't appreciate it. But when you are a mother, there are a lot of delights, joys, moments that you experience with your children. If you are blessed to have more of them, like me, 3. Each one is a bundle of memories, joyous memories, love-filled memories. And I think one of the greatest joys is to watch the baby grow. Because when you were born, like I was saying, you are just a helpless bundle of new
potential
life. Yeah, that has just come in. And then from there, the journey begins. And you start to see developments. After a week, it's different. Another week, month, and every time that is passing, the child is growing and developing. And you are part of every bit of it. And that is amazing.
Wow, that is so crazy. I try to imagine that, but I can't.
Like I said, you can only, it's not for imagination. You have to experience it.
You have to be on the ground.
Exactly.
Okay. What's something you've always wanted me to know but never found the right time to say?
No, before you ask that one, I wanted to say to you, there is an old African saying.
You are prepared for this? Okay, let's go.
There's an old African saying, and this saying goes like this. To be told something is to be...
No, it's okay, don't worry.
Should I cover this or just leave it open?
Yeah, you can leave it open. Oh. Close it. Okay.
So back to our old African saying. It says to be told something by someone is to be given the barest minimum. Yeah, so as compared to you experiencing that thing, like you were saying, you can't even imagine what that is like. Watching your baby that you gave birth to grow, develop
every day over years,
from a little baby, helpless baby, to a big man like you.
Nah, no, you can't imagine that.
Can't imagine. You have to see it. You have to experience it. So yeah, that's the old African saying. Remember it.
Okay, now I won't forget it. I like it actually. So the next question: what's something you've always wanted me to know but never found the right time to say?
Wanted you to know and never found the right time to say it. I want you to know God. That's all. Don't ask me too many things.
Okay.
I want you to know God. I want you to know the goodness of God. I want you to experience the goodness of God in your life. And I want you to be delighted with God more than anything else.
Okay. I like that. Thank you. Yeah. How did you choose my name? And what does it mean to you?
Okay. I actually didn't choose your name.
Wow.
The name Unopa, it's not me that chose it. It was your father's grandmother.
His grandmother.
Yeah,
so my great-grandmother.
Yes. It was your father's grandmother. It was not his mother. And when you were born, when she heard that you were born, she was old. She just said, Watipa. Watipa. That's his name, Watipa. Which means he has given us this child. Who? God has given us this child. So then we took that name, me and your father, me and my husband. We took that name. We went home, we chewed on it, and we modified it. What we did was to modify it. Watipa, we were looking at Watipa and we were saying, how can we call a shortcut of Watipa Wati? We said, no. And I remember we were laughing. We were laughing.
For the people that don't know, what does Watipa Unopa mean?
But I explained. Watipa means he has given us.
Okay.
And then we modified it to Unopa. He gives. It's not a once-off thing. It's perpetual, continuous. Unopa. That's his nature.
Okay. So what does it mean to you? What does my name mean to you?
Well, it's an acknowledgement of the fact that God is very generous. He gives. And then what we then did, the name that I chose for you was the blessing part. But I think in my mind I was like, the sentence must be, the name must be a sentence, a complete sentence. Unopa Shini. What does he give? He gives blessings.
Yes. Which is my second name.
Yes.
By the way, blessings. Blessing.
Yeah.
And I am. A lot of you can attest to that.
Yes.
Even you can attest.
Yes, I can attest. You are a bundle of blessings.
You knew it before everybody.
Yeah. I knew it when you were still helplessly young.
Like this one. This one's going to be a blessing. He is a blessing.
He's a blessing. So one thing you must know about names, especially in the biblical Hebrew context, is that names are prophetic. Names are not just names. When the Hebrew parents named their children, they became their names. They just became that.
Which is interesting because I find myself more generous than I want to be. Like, what? Why this name? Why am I?
Because every time, listen how it works. Every time somebody calls you, Unopa, he gives. He gives. They are confessing that name, that word on you. So you become that.
I like that. All right, thank you for that breakdown. I'm gonna carry my name in more esteem.
Amen.
You know.
And then don't do this thing of going on and changing your name, and you give yourself a meaningless name.
No, never. I would never.
I will not expose you, but don't do that.
Uncle Mikey.
Don't do that. What's the meaning of Mikey?
Yeah, no, it's just another character. It's true. I must address that before my young nieces grow.
Yeah.
And they don't even know who I actually really am.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They must know you get down to...
It's true. So, question number 5. What's the hardest lesson you've learned as a mom, and how did it shape you?
The hardest lesson I've learned about motherhood.
Or as a mom?
As a mom. Well, it's related to motherhood, right?
Yes.
It's Mother's Day today,
Yeah.
so I have to talk about motherhood. One of the observations, I don't know if I want to call it a lesson or what, but what I've seen with children is when they are growing, you teach them. The Bible says, train up a child in the way they should go, and then when they grow up, they will always come back to that, what you taught them. But my observation has been, it's not about what you teach children. It's about who you are and what you do. Because I've seen that children tend to copy your behavior, how you do things, and they just find themselves doing the same thing and following the same thing. Sometimes they don't even know why they are doing, but they observe, they watch. Sometimes you are saying, do not steal, but you are stealing. They will steal. You are saying, be gentle, but you are not gentle. They will not be gentle. That's what I have seen. So it's not, I think when you were growing...
Was that a hard lesson for you to learn?
Yeah, because I thought the hardness comes from this thing that I thought that when I teach my children things, I talk to them, I educate them on things, I train them, then they'll be like that, right? Like what the Bible says, train up a child in the way. But then I saw that the training part is not about talking. It's not about sitting them down, and it's about behaving,
setting the example,
acting it. Set the children. I think for children it's easier to follow an example, a model, than to claim information. So I think it's a hard lesson in that I didn't expect that things. It's something that I've had to discover. I was not taught that.
And you're actually always still in the process of learning that, right? Because your children are always looking at you.
Yes.
Since they came out, they're just going to be looking at you like,
yes,
okay, that's what she's doing, let me see.
Even as you age, as you go into your old age. Let me use my own examples. As a child looking at my parents, right? I look and I study and I learn. There are many things that they didn't teach me, but I observed. And I saw, if you do things like this, this is the result. And then I say, do I want this or I don't want this? And then I make a decision, but based on what I'm observing. Yeah.
So that has been the toughest lesson you've had to learn.
It's a tough lesson, that one.
And how did it shape you?
It changed. It has changed the way I do things.
I imagine it implored you to strive to be a better example.
Yeah, just be who you are, and let them observe and follow.
Okay.
And it's tough because I think it's more difficult to lead by example than it is to teach. I think teaching is easier. You take a textbook, you read, like the textbook is the Bible.
Because there's nothing about practicing in teaching.
Exactly.
You just have to know how.
Yeah, and you just have to know how to get it from one source and give it, and then it can just pass from here to here without even impacting on you. You know, that's why I think kids are smarter than us. Like, you want me to do what you are not doing?
We can see it without even articulating it in words. Like, but you're not doing it.
Look at you. And if they are not, they can even discuss it among themselves.
Did you see what she did?
Did you see what she did?
This dude. Okay. All right. Question number.
Why does she want us to do these things, but she doesn't?
Yeah. I think we must have had that conversation between myself, Tana, and Shumi at some point. Like, but what's up with your mom?
Tell me about it. What were you saying?
No, I don't know. I don't remember it specifically, but I don't think it's also a story for the camera.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
let's leave it.
Too deep for the camera.
Okay. We will have another deeper session.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could give me one piece of advice to carry through life, what would it be? I think I know this one.
Can you try that one? Tell me.
Trust in the Lord. Don't be scared.
Trust in the Lord. Lean not on your own understanding.
Be strong and of a good courage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, be strong in the Lord and in the power of His power. Those kinds of things.
No, it's nothing. The reason why I said that is because you've been giving me that advice my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly what you're going to say to answer that question. I was like, this one. I know this one.
Otherwise, you rub it in. She's going to rub it in.
Yeah.
But that's who I am, and I'm not ashamed of that. And that's what I dream for. That's my dream for each and every child that God gave me. I mean, because, like we said, it's God who gave me these wonderful bundles of energy and joy. So I would want them to reflect the character of God in their lives. And you know, when we are saying we want you to live in God, it's not for us, it's for you, because there's a lot of what can I say, a lot of beautiful things, gems in God that will transform your lives if you just follow Him. Simple. But God,
that's why your advice would never change that's why it's never changed.
It never, and it will never change.
I like that.
I'll be on my deathbed and I'll still be saying the same.
Trust in the
Lord. Guys, I'm leaving you, but trust in the Lord. Lean not on your understanding.
But the idea of you being on your deathbed, it's unsettling.
It can't be. It's reality.
It is, but
it's a reality. It will happen. I'm not saying it will happen tomorrow. But it will happen. And when you are in the Lord, it used to scare me to think about death. But when you are in the Lord, the fear goes away. Because you know that, like Paul, for me to live is what? Is gain, and to die is gain, or something like that. Either way, if I'm alive, it's good. And if I am dying, it's also good, because I die in the Lord. So the thing you must aim for is to die in the Lord. And if you in fact live in the Lord, don't die in the Lord. Don't
wait until it's time to die in the Lord.
Don't wait for the time to die, because anyway you don't know when that day will be. And also, if you wait until you are on your deathbed to start living in the Lord, you have missed a lifetime of joy with the Lord.
That's true.
So my advice is the same.
That's a good bar. I like that.
Hallelujah.
What dreams? Maybe this one.
I did not know that you are calling me to an interview of preaching.
I also didn't know. I didn't plan it like this. But, you're testifying. You're sharing your story, and you're telling me, more than anyone else, you're telling me a little bit more about who you are as a mom.
Okay.
And your intentions, your hopes. And I appreciate that, and if you have to preach, speak on it.
Okay.
You're welcome.
You for that.
This is a safe space.
Okay.
There's no persecution here.
Okay. All right.
Okay. This one, I don't know. It seems like it might be a bit deep, but we'll see how you handle it.
No problem.
Bring
it on.
What dreams or hopes did you have for yourself before becoming a mother?
Dreams that I had for myself before I became a mother. I dreamt of to fly with my career, to be a successful career woman, professional woman. Yes, rising in the ranks, in the corporate ladder to the highest level. Yeah, that's what was my dream.
That was your dream. Okay.
Motherhood was actually not part of it.
Really?
No.
Wow, that hurts.
No. Motherhood was not part of it. I didn't dream about motherhood, because you know why? When we were growing up, we were advised to succeed in life. We were advised from the time I remember in primary school, you must pass your grades, you must be number one, you must be top of your class, you must pass your external exams, you must pass your O levels, you must pass your A levels. That's what I remember. And then you must go to university, and you must go to school as far as you can go, and you must pass at every stage. So that was my dream. That's what shaped my dream.
Okay, so you never had ambitions of being a parent when you were young?
Not really.
But you knew it was going to happen?
It was obvious.
Okay. Okay. It was so obvious you didn't even have to plan for it.
Exactly. It was so obvious. It was, that is like the life cycle. It just goes, whether you like it or not. You are born, you become a young girl, you become a teenager, and you become
a young woman,
and then you get married. It's not said, it's not on the script. Although in the rural areas, that's the thing they emphasized to the girls, to say you must grow up and find yourself a good husband. But that was not my kind of exposure. My parents were not like that. My parents were a bit different from the typical rural parents. They emphasized success, professional success.
That's cool. I liked it. I like that they were different, and they inspired you to be different as well.
Yes, they did. And today I am living that dream of being a successful woman, and it's the best thing that can ever happen to anyone. To be successful in your career, and it makes you content with life. You are not living a life of gaps, of wishing, I wish I had this but you don't have it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you see what we can do. Some of us who are blessed with such a beautiful home, we don't have to do it in the house.
Yeah.
Don't mess yourself up.
Okay. So, we had a minor technical issue to resolve, but I'm here to report that it's been resolved.
Amen.
And we're back online. And we have 2 questions to go.
Let's go. Bring them on.
All right, Chem. Are you enjoying this conversation?
Yes. very, 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 very much.
Okay, great. Right. I had prepared 10, so we're on 8. Right. This next question, I feel like I might have an idea of what the answer is, but I'm gonna give you the chance to answer.
Okay.
What is something you're proud of that we've overcome together?
I'm not sure that we have overcome together.
You're not sure we've overcome? You think we're still in the pits?
No, we are not. We are not. I think you mean together with you
Probably. Yeah,
or as a family?
let's put it like between me and you.
No, let's start with the big family,
Okay.
the bigger picture. I think one thing I'm proud of that we have overcome together as a family is that we lost the head of the household through death. And throughout the process of grieving, mourning, it had its ups and downs. Yeah, but I think we have overcome together, and we have come out of that pit together in many ways. I think that's the number one thing that I think we went through a very rough time, but we came out of it stronger, all of us. What? Do you agree? Maybe I'm talking.
No, of course, definitely. That is something that we've overcome as a family. But do you ever really overcome something like that?
Overcoming does not mean that it doesn't still affect us, but we have moved on. That's the overcoming. We have moved on. We are not bound. We are no longer bound by that thing, and we are no longer defined by that thing. Yeah.
Although it's definitive.
Yeah, it defines you, but it's fine.
It is what it is. Well, it's part of who you are, but you can't let it define you.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And you can't let it continue to oppress you and keep you down. You know, you have to arise out of the ashes and still move on.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess, yeah, you're right. We have overcome, because that is exactly what all of us have done. We've been able to have lives.
Yeah, we have lives.
And it's not something that we're bitter about or however, have we all dealt with it? It's another question for another day.
Maybe for another day.
Yeah. For me, if I were to answer this question, because I was thinking about it in the context of me and you, I just remember being a very, very troubled and mischievous little boy. And yeah, I know for sure I gave you a lot of grief. And it's crazy to me sometimes to think back to those times and be like, man, that's who I was. And that's what you're saying, like overcoming. Because I'm not that person anymore. I'm actually so far from that person, I can't believe I was that person.
It's grown for you. It's like you have grown.
Yeah.
You have outgrown that mischievous part of your life.
Yeah. But it was bad. I get ashamed to think sometimes, like, what the hell was I going through? What was wrong with me? You know? But, you know, it's part of the story, it's part of the journey. It had to happen, I guess, because I'm a better person because of it.
Yeah.
You know? And also thank you for not giving up. Because, you know, sometimes other people might have. You know? Other parents have given up on their children for less. Which is, I've heard stories.
Yeah, it's part of motherhood. Part of motherhood is that because you bond this person, you brought this person into the world, you cannot just give up on them. You can't. Give up on them for who?
And then what?
And then what? And who do you expect? If you who carried them for 9 months can give up on them, who do you think will stand for them?
Yeah. Or why didn't you give up during the 9 months then?
That's the whole point. You brought them, you nurtured them. So when they go through storms of life, you have to make sure you are there.
Keep following through.
Keep following until they are straight.
Yeah.
Until they come out of their
Yeah.
cocoons or whatever it is.
Yeah. I'll always cherish, love, and appreciate you. All right.
The flower is doing its job. I like it.
Right. All right. Wrapping up. One final question for you. You don't have a question for me? You haven't thought of one?
No, let's go.
Okay. My last question for you. What is one thing that you wish for us to do together in the future?
Oh my goodness, you're giving me a blank check. Before I answer, what's in it for me?
What do you mean?
If I tell you what I want us to do together, are we going to do it together?
I mean, if I want to do it as well. Then why not?
Otherwise, I'm going to come back to this station and say, hey, I was cheated. This guy lied to me. Okay, anyway, the thing I would like to do with you, it's two things I want to do with you, Ono. The first one is I want to do business with you. Why? Because I think I have a lot of knowledge, professional knowledge and experience in business and in making a business successful, number one. And I always feel like I wish I could pass on. One of the things we learn in Christianity is you must pass on. You must leave a legacy. If you have been a successful businesswoman, don't die with it. If you look at, I'm going to be racist, allow me to be racist for a few minutes. If you look,
for illustrative purposes.
yes, for illustrative purposes only, not for being racist myself. I am not. So, you see, if you look at white families, they know how to train their children to carry on with what they are doing. So they leave a legacy. They know that even if they die, their business is not going to die. Because they have groomed their children to run with it from a young age.
Yeah.
For that. So I would like to do that with you and pass on some skills to you and see that, you know, you are picking it up and you are running with it. And sometimes we struggle with life because we have closed the door to learning from your parents. I don't know what it is about you guys of today that you think that if you learn from your parents, I don't know, maybe they are old-fashioned.
I mean, is that a real question?
Yes.
I can attempt to
answer.
Attempt.
Yes, attempt.
I think, just like I'm sure you had a period in your life where you thought, oh man, my parents don't understand me. I think with us it's like that, but it's also based a lot on the times. You know, like we've got computers, we've got the internet. You know, we can do almost anything, and I don't know if you understand. And I'm not saying this is, I'm just proposing it. I've thought about what you're saying as well, and I think it's just looking at the older generation saying, they don't understand because the times are different.
Yeah, I hear you, but I think if you listen to what I'm saying, that there are certain things that we have developed, we have learned, we have gone to school for, and we can pass on. I was talking to one of my children, I won't mention their names for security reasons.
But it wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
Okay.
And I was telling her the same thing and saying that, you know what, you need to pick up the legacy and carry on with it. So that's one thing I would like to do with you on the business side and on the career side. You heard what I was talking about career, that thing, how to succeed in your career and how to be a successful person. I think I have learned and I've gathered a lot of information and experience on those kinds of things which I can share with you, and not only with you, even with your age mates.
The viewers.
Okay, that's number one. The other number two thing that I would like to do, I know what question you asked me, that I would like to do with you is to do the ministry, serving God together. Yes, like, how can I involve you in my dreams, or and you even just to be a cameraman? I'll be happy with that. Just making you my cameraman, just come, we record, and you are working. It's service
For the Lord.
For the Lord. Then with time, of course, it will increase. You know how God does things.
Yeah.
You end up being the preacher, and I'll be there, and I'll take and I'll be
right.
the one, the cameraman.
That's actually quite crazy to think about.
Yes. So those are the two things that I would like really to see come up. They are as of today in this video, they are just dreams.
Yeah, well, I don't have any qualms with those. I think we can strive towards them.
And then when it happens, we are going to come right here and record it
and report it.
And report it to the listeners, to the viewers. So we are promising you an upcoming.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Watch this space.
Stay tuned for results. Chem, I just want to say thank you so much for taking your time out on this Mother's Day
Lovely
to have this conversation with me. I'm always going to cherish this. I'm glad we've done it. I've been thinking about it for a long time.
It's been a dream.
Yeah, a real long time. I'm so glad, and I think a lot of people are going to be blessed by this, not just to see my mom, but also to hear what you have to say, the kind of person that you are, Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was wonderful. I enjoyed it. I didn't think I would enjoy it, but actually I must make a confession to the viewers. I enjoyed it.
Why didn't you think you'd enjoy it?
I don't know, because we have never done it.
You think I'm boring?
No, I didn't know how it was going to pan out, but it was good.
So you'd do another?
Yes, we would.
Okay.
Watch the space.
See you on the next one.
See you on the next one. See you on the next episode. In my TV.
On your station.